This is probably the 5th time I've told myself I'm going to start vlogging and do a YouTube series. My cat is right here, Richard. He is the star of the show, by the way. If this ever gets to YouTube, you will see him. But quick backstory. I'm starting this because I am getting dialed back in after my 6-month cut, which was basically just me intuitively eating after deciding that I wasn't going to compete this year. So after last June, when I got my pro card, I was going to compete this summer and was building in the gym, building my food up, all of the things, but I wasn't really into it. I had a come to Jesus moment. I realized I did not really care anymore. Competing was not the number one thing on the agenda for my life. So I told my coach, who's also my best friend, that, hey, I got to stop checking in. I just need to live my life. And I know that I can. It's just a life transition, which is great because I used to have a lot of food issues and self-esteem issues, just a poor relationship with food, and that's all gone. So I took over my own coaching. I built my calories up a little bit more, and then I decided I was going to take myself through a cut once I got my Invisalign. I thought that would be a good time to do it because it is a pain in my GD ass having to take this out and put it in, take it out and put it back in when I want to eat. So I got that in April and started my cut, was very consistent with it for a month. And then I started traveling for other people's competitions. And then I realized I don't really care about this cut either. Anyway, I've just been eating intuitively since then. Here's what happened. And this is only because I don't have a shitty relationship with food and because I was purposely eating in a surplus for so long. So I dropped 15 pounds in the last 6 months. And that is just me eating intuitively, still going out to eat, still having some drinks on occasion, probably a couple times a week. And that is where that ended. So now we are switching gears. I am actually having Dan D'Acquisto, hopefully I said that right, take over my training and my nutrition. We are starting me at 1,795 calories and I'm training 4 days a week. My step goal is 6,000 and we will just see how this week goes and adjust as needed. So I'm excited to have someone else doing my training because I for sure wasn't pushing myself hard enough. And I did lose muscle since I stopped competing. I mean, even before I started my cut, I definitely have lost muscle. I'm 4 pounds away from what my stage weight was last year, and I look drastically different. So need to put on some more muscle. So that's the goal. And really just, I think it's, I wasn't eating enough probably. It'll be good for me to dial all of that back in, and I'm excited. It'll give me something to focus on and just the extra accountability of having him guiding me on this. So here we go. Richard just left, so I guess this video is over. Day 1 of being back on my bullshit. I am eating my second meal of the day right now. We're doing jasmine rice with ground beef. So 3 ounces of jasmine rice and then 4 ounces of ground beef, half an ounce of cheese, and then a serving of this cowboy caviar stuff, which is kind of like salsa. And here's my Richard baby, my big chumba. It is 10 o'clock right now. I had my first meal post-workout at about 6:30, and that was oatmeal, berries, a Premier protein shake, and then, that was too much. And then some dark chocolate dreams, peanut butter that I put in the oatmeal, obviously. And then while I was getting ready, I had my greens, which day 2 of drinking my greens consistently. That's a record for a hot minute. And then I had some clear protein in that as well. My protein is at 130 grams. My carbs are at 160 grams. And my fats are at 65. And that's 1,795 calories. So we will see how my body responds to this week. Really finding out like what my maintenance is, see what my weight does. I'm gonna take my weight every day this week, and then see where it goes. See what we need to do to put some muscle on these. I don't know, the Gumby arms. Here's the baby. He's just a big baby. Just a little side note on the like actually weighing your food. You would be surprised. Like that's almost half an ounce of cheese. A little goes a long way. Okay, so half an ounce of cheese, although it doesn't sound like much, it's sufficient. It gives the flavor. And this is kind of grody, but I have to go to the store today. I don't know why I ever fucking plan anything else besides doing check-ins and responding to check-ins on Mondays. Like it is every single week I go through this, and then I'm getting annoyed that check-ins are taking a while, even though I get the majority of them not out of the way. I get the majority of them finished on Monday. And then I'm just surprised that the other things on my list didn't get done. It's just stupid. They never learn. Meal 3, about to go down. I'm sure Richard will make his way over here because I'm about to get some shrimp out. 3 ounces of jasmine rice again. And then 4 ounces of shrimp. Should turn this on. And then I have this lime sauce, a serving of that. And then 1 ounce of cheese this time. It's 1 p.m. and I have another meal left to eat and then a Rice Krispie treat to eat. I need to go to the store today and get some more. Is this thing on? Yes. I need to go get everything, but maybe some healthier carbs. I'm getting more oatmeal, maybe some cream of rice, or I might order online since I can get the good flavored stuff. And bananas, blueberries, protein shakes. I think that's about it. I'm good on rice at the moment. But meal 2, I've been working all morning, not super into it. So I'm gonna sit on my deck, get some vitamin D, and then hopefully I'll be ready to work. I have a call at 1:30 and 2:30 and 5:30, and then Bible study from 6:30 to 8:30 tonight. Honestly, I just did half a serving of cheese again because I just used more than a serving of this, I guess. But that's what I was going to say. Be careful and cautious of how much sauce you are putting on stuff. That shit adds up fast, especially if it is a fattier based sauce like this. So we are on to meal 4 today. And this is honestly what I'm probably going to be doing all week. So not going to get much more exciting than this. I need 28 plus 14, 42. I just did the math for this on math calculator. Yeah, it's 42. 42 grams of yellow corn tortilla chips. And then chicken thighs, sour cream, and queso for this meal. I don't know who the fuck said that eating healthy is boring. I personally love eating like Mexican style food every day, all day, every day. I think it was 4 ounces of chicken thighs, a serving of this, 30 grams. Okay, usually I would take this. Oh, well, you can't see what I'm doing down here anyway. 30 grams of queso, and then a half a serving of this, so 15 grams. Solid. And we nuke it. Hell yeah, brother. Hulk Hogan died though, so hell no, brother. So that's meal 4. I still have a Rice Krispie treat to eat. I'm gonna do that later. I have another call at 5:30. My Bible study got canceled today, so which I was at the point where I only found that out because I went to message them that I wasn't that it wasn't going to come because I had too much work to do and I need to really dial in my Mondays and, like I said, not plan anything else because I have been responding to messages and check-ins for all day. It's 5 o'clock. And now we got to feed the boy. We got to give the boy his treats. This is my last food snack of the day. I just got off a call that actually went an hour and 10 minutes long with my client Jenny. But we were talking about, hi buddy. We were talking about her plans as far as where we go next with her and whether we're doing a cut or maintaining, what's going to be best timing wise for her. All right, dude, that is just rude. What's going to be best timing wise for her? I'm going to put together kind of a meal plan structure that I would suggest for her. And then I need to redo my offboarding form, my onboarding form. No, not my onboarding form. A form for when my clients book their check-in calls. And then I think we're going to call it a day. I have not gone to the store. It's 6:45. Probably isn't going to happen. So we will chat tomorrow. So this was the worst decision known to man for me to leave this until right now when I want to go to bed. But this is Richard's favorite thing ever. I think he's super helpful. Super helpful. Oh, sorry. What the heck? We worked from 9 a.m. to it's 8:45 p.m. right now. Hi. So that was our Monday. Here I am in all of my 4 a.m. glory, getting ready to go downstairs for upper body day. I weighed myself and I was 129.2 pounds today, which was 0.8 pounds up from my weight yesterday. I am, which is not surprising. Oh, I took 2 scoops of creatine yesterday instead of 1, so that could cause some water retention, which is not me gaining fat, FYI. For my workout, element, the watermelon flavor, and creatine. We just got done working out. Are you sleepy? You are? Cutie baby. Cutie baby. You're just the most precious boy. So I just got done training and it was upper body day. I hate new workouts because it just takes so much time to figure them out and figure out what weight to use. And I'm very much so not used to having to follow someone else's directions with tempo and everything. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I need to be more conscious of what I'm doing. So there's that. But I didn't get to the store yesterday, so Uncrustable and a protein shake it is post-workout. Hello. He only wants cuddles if I'm standing up. It's coffee time now, isn't it? Yes, it is. So this is a post-workout vibe. I sit here and I do my Bible study and get harassed by this kitty. And also, I'm not sure if there's any other way to drink a protein shake than to just chug it. He does not sit on me. He does not come near me. Well, that's not true. He doesn't get on top of me unless I have food, and then he wants to come over here and fuck around with all this stuff. Bro, I don't know why you think this is different than what I do every morning. Tuesday, 12:30. Not never. I have not been as hungry as I am today and yesterday in a hot minute. So I don't know if it's just me like thinking about it now and having to eat at a certain time, but I really don't think that's it, because I was busy AF yesterday and I was still like, usually that's when I would not really care about eating. But today and yesterday, obviously, I have new training, so that could be it. We will see. I think I already said this morning my weight was up 0.8 pounds. I know I already said that, but I am replying to check-ins, and I just have a bunch of random tasks on my to-do list today. I'm making a grab-and-go meal guide right now, and by I'm making a grab-and-go meal guide, I mean ChatGPT is making a grab-and-go meal guide. And sometimes I feel bad about using ChatGPT for questions that clients ask me, but like, they could do this, work smarter, not harder. What's up? It's Wednesday, July 30th. I weighed myself this morning and did my first check-in with Dan. I did pictures again. Didn't look any different than I did on Sunday, but my weight was down 2 pounds from yesterday, which is not surprising considering I was ravenous yesterday. But I really kind of took a chill day today. It was a rest day. I responded to the 12 messages waiting for me in my inbox this morning from my clients, and that's really it. I needed a mental health day. Part of being a women's nutrition coach is borderline being a therapist, and like, I don't know if I look like someone that is mentally stable enough for them to tell me their emotional problems, but that is what happens. So I love it. This is 1000% my calling. I love helping people, but it gets to be a lot sometimes. What's up? It is Thursday, July 31st, and it's 9:30. I trained legs this morning. It's also Colby's birthday, so I did something psychotic, which I'll talk about in a second, but I was 129.8 pounds this morning, which is 2.8 pounds heavier than I was yesterday morning. It was my rest day yesterday, so that checks out. I did a lower body day today, and I have to send Dan videos of my top sets, and it makes me feel like I've never done a single thing right in my life, or that he's gonna tell me I'm not, which is fine. Like, if he tells me he doesn't think I'm pushing myself hard enough. But yeah, so I have to send those. What else? I think that's about it. I did my first check-in with him yesterday. That was good. I also am excited to be working with him because I will learn different things to do in my business and how to do things differently. I have a package coming today, my new IFBB Pro gear. I got a t-shirt and an oversized hoodie I'm excited about. I have a call, it's an offboarding call actually, with my client Ashley at 10, which is coming up here shortly. But my promo that I'm running for Colby, it was like 7 p.m. last night, and her birthday post was on my list. This was not a thought until this point. And I was like, 30 for 30. We are going to see if we can get some new clients. So their first 30 days with me is $30. That is the enrollment fee waived. That's what they usually pay for the first month, is an enrollment fee. So they only pay $30, so it is a $669 discount. And then they have the option to either do 6 months or do 12 months for a little bit of the 12 month would be a little bit of a discount. And then there would be a little bit of a discount if they paid in full for 6 months. And honestly, this is just like the craziest freaking, this will always blow my mind, is the people that they're, yes, I get it that your first question is going to be, how much is it going to be? But if you ask for the price of something first without having a single fucking clue what is included, I am 1000% in the right to say to you, like, that's insane with anything. I mean, if you don't know what's included, how are you going to decide, like, oh, that's too much? Is it? It's probably going to be a lot less than you've ever spent trying to change your life before, and a lot less time. But yeah, so obviously, like, that promo is going to be over by the time I post this, but a little behind the scenes in the business side of things this morning as well. So I still need to do all the freaking Instagram content and for that, or at least post on my stories about it. So that's what today is going to consist of. Hello, it is Friday, August 1st. It is like 6:41 p.m. I didn't train this morning. I weighed 129.2 pounds when I woke up. So I was down 0.8 pounds from yesterday. I just worked all day. It's been a draining day. I did I launched the 30 for 30 promo yesterday, and I have one person that signed up, which is insane to me that all of these people that have reached out about coaching before and then given me one objection or another are just not hopping on this deal. And I know I didn't do an amazing job of marketing and hyping it up and whatnot, which is totally on me, and that's just bad business. But I cannot get myself to, I mean, I was just going to talk on my stories a little bit about it, but I just got like blah and decided to just chill and give myself a GD break. So I'm just hanging. I'm just going to lay on the couch. I'm tired AF. And then also, I think people need to be called out for their lack of consistency and contradictions. And I'm just going to start doing that. But I had two people that signed up or said they were going to sign up, and then they didn't realize, oh, it's actually a 6-month commitment, despite the form they filled out. They wrote down their goals. There was questions about, you understand this is not a quick fix. You understand this is still a commitment, a 6-month commitment. And they said, yes, they are willing to invest in themselves over the next 6 months with time, money, and energy. Both, yes. And then the last question is about the payment plan, like what's going to work for you. And they thought that was for the $30. So, and then they found out it's an actual, like, that's just the first month rate, which is still it was a $669 discount for the 6-month, my 6-month coaching program. So you're literally never going to find anything cheaper that's going to deliver results and actually work. But then it was an excuse, and then it's just like, okay, well, you literally just said that you were willing to commit. So what is the truth here? Like, let's be honest with ourselves. Don't contradict yourself. Don't say you want to sign up for something and that you're willing to do something, but actually you're not willing to do what it takes to get what you want. That's all I got to say about that. All right, it's Saturday. I have no plans today. I have been on my couch working all morning. I was just doing some posts for the Dirty 30 promo, last day of that. And now I'm going to go hit this 4th day of new training. It's an upper body day. That day is my least favorite, fun fact. But I weighed 127.6 pounds this morning, so it was almost a 2-pound drop from yesterday. I did not eat all my food. I was not feeling that. Oops. But progress over perfection, right? I also didn't drink my greens yesterday, like a big dummy. Anyway, off the train, and then I might nap. But I also need to like redo my whole client onboarding, because why not? Okay, post-workout time. Well, post-workout, time to eat. I just got this wild idea, which I'm sure I've seen it somewhere, but I'm going to put an Uncrustable in the air fryer. These Uncrustables have been semi-dry. So we're gonna see how this tastes. I'm a little behind on my eating schedule today, so I'm gonna like house a bunch of food right now. So I'm gonna make my oatmeal and drink this protein shake while I am making the Uncrustable. Fourth upper body day was a doozy for sure. The dance tempo is going to kill me. I swear it. But it's good. It's good. And I think I've stated before, he makes me send videos of my top sets. So there is no phoning it in. That's the right word. Gotta hone it in, not phone it in. So I'm making my oatmeal with blueberries and cinnamon almond butter and my Premier Protein shake. And then I think I'm gonna nap. What a spread. I'm not sure how I feel about this. We will see what it's like when I bite into it. Okay, I forgot to film this, but this did not suck. I would leave it in there for less time next time, but I did forget about it. All right, fam. It's Sunday. It's August 3rd. I woke up this morning. Oh, well, first of all, 8 hours and 40 minutes of sleep. Chef's freaking kiss. I feel phenomenal, except I did wake up like sore AF on the left side of my body. Not sure if that's just a sleeping problem or, I mean, I'm sure it is just how I was sleeping, but I should probably stretch a little bit, do some foam rolling, maybe get a massage, the recovery, the boring ass stuff that I hate more than anything. But I weighed 128.8 pounds this morning, so I was up 1.2 pounds from yesterday. So as you can see, my weight fluctuates like 1 to 2 pounds every day this past week. So this is why we don't give a crap about the scale. I feel good though, getting back into tracking macros, getting back into a structured training program. I'm excited to keep progressing with that. I feel freaking good as far like in the gym and as far as my physique goes. I feel lean. We're just gonna build muscle, keep my waist tight, and yeah, that's the first week of being coached again. As far as my business, I am working on onboarding today and then like redoing my onboarding thing and redoing check-in protocols, figuring out how to implement that with new clients and current clients. The current clients is going to be harder than the new clients because that's change, but we'll make it work. And then I need to vacuum under my couch because it's disgusting under there and I keep having to dig all of Richard's mice out from under the couch twice a day. He keeps me so young. But that's on my agenda for today. So this is going to be probably the last video in this first sole YouTube vlog of mine. Hopefully it wasn't super shitty, but we will, much like anything, it will get better with time. I saw a meme last night. It said, you don't nut with the first stroke. You have to keep stroking until you finally nut. I loved it. Much like anything in life, you don't get what you want immediately. So we'll see. I might break it up into a couple of days a week because I know this is longer. So there's that. But hope you enjoyed. I am not going to sign off on this like an influencer. So later.